And we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening from Tokyo or good afternoon from India. Today, I have a great pleasure to speak with Tanvi Bhatt, the personal branding pioneer in India. Hi, Tanvi. It's a great pleasure to have you in live.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so good to reconnect.
Yeah, let me just give some introduction of you, and then we can. So we will talk today about you first, and then also about upcoming personal branding festival, which
Right.
we are hosting. So Tanvi, she's the founder of Tanvi Bhatt International. That's the Indian premier personal branding company. She has many awards. She received many awards and recognition already in her career. So she is the best young woman entrepreneur award and Women Leaders in India Awards in 2013. She's also the iconic Stevie Award. She received the iconic Stevie Award for Global Young Women Entrepreneur in New York in 2014. And also the Economic Times World HRD 101 most famous coaching leaders of India in 2020. So amazing women is today with here. Please, guys, if you have any question, just jump in. Today is all about how to build your personal brand, and we are talking with a personal branding pioneer in India.
Great. Thank you so much, Edward, for that kind, really flattering introduction. I'm so happy you took the time to share some of the most beloved accomplishments that I look back and cherish in my life. Thank you so much. And I'm really happy to be here and speak to all these amazing women in your community across the world and share a little bit of what I know about how I've built my brand, my career, my leadership footprint over the last 9+ years, and how I can possibly share something to help them do the same.
So tell me, my first question to you is how you become passionate about the personal brand, where that passion is coming from. Can you share a little bit more about that experience?
Absolutely. So right after my B school, I saw this amazing opportunity in India where nobody was doing anything in the area of personal branding. The industry was virtually non-existent. And how I discovered it was that I really wanted a mentor for myself because I wanted to be an entrepreneur after my B school. I was looking at somebody to help me put my act together because I personally hate sales, right? I really didn't want to go out there and be salesy and do hard sales and all those things. So I was really wanting to have that pull effect for my brand, my business, instead of having a push effect. And I realized there's nobody in India doing anything remotely similar to the concept of personal branding, which was a worldwide phenomenon already since 2008. And that really made me think that, oh my God, this is a huge opportunity for me to really get into this industry at this point of time. And there's nobody making any noise, no values being created in this. And that was my inception into this industry. I've always been passionate about branding. I'm a very creative person as such. I've always been a poet right since I was 15. But when I realized that, okay, I'm able to merge my two passions of really creating something new and filling a lacuna in the industry, I thought personal branding industry would be the right platform for me to launch my career. And the rest is history. It's been 9 amazing years of being a voice in the space to help leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, creative professionals, doctors, lawyers, and so on and so forth. Learn the art and strategy of building your brand so that you are viewed and you are respected as a go-to authority in your respective industries.
Yeah, and I know I'm aware that India is very, very competitive place for the young, talented people. And like if it's a good position open, then many very, very good people actually apply for that position. So is that something which you found like the beneficial if you have some kind of personal brand? Because obviously we are not in the stage where only CV or resume is enough to apply. You need to have much more, for example, online presence. So how is that experience and what is the current situation in India in terms of the personal branding?
Absolutely. I think India, in the population that we are extremely competitive in terms of the opportunities and honestly, because of the education system that we've had, lack of talent as well, lack of really good talent, let me put it that way. So the opportunities are limited. The talent is there, but really good talent is again very limited in India. So it really depends on how you bridge that gap and build your brand in a way that not only helps you become more visible, more vocal, but more valuable to the target audience that you want to discover you. because only when you are able to put yourself in front of the right people on the right platforms at the right time, you will be able to make synchronicity happen for your life and your career, and you would be discovered by the right people who will either give you your next opportunity or want to do business with you, or if it's you're a fresh grad out of school, offer you an opportunity to work with them in their respective organizations. So having a strong person brand identity, unique selling proposition about your value, about your strengths, about your talents, and A, having the clarity and B, communicating that effectively to the target audience is extremely critical. And while I started doing that in 2012, I think in the last 8 to 9 years now, it's been such a transcendence, right, of what personal branding industry was. Once upon a time, it was all about just having your own clarity internal to you about what your personal brand is, so you can communicate that via your interviews or in-person leadership or one-to-many in your organization. But today, with the whole digital advent of the businesses and ecosystems that we live in, it's becoming even more important that not only the 100 people in your own community know you for what you bring on the table as a leader and as a professional, but those 10,000 people who would probably benefit a lot from the amplification of your value, your voice, and your message, that is going to be the real game changer for you, regardless of where you are in your life and career, whether you're starting out as a grad student or you're a CEO in your organization. The rules, the strategies of personal brand management has definitely evolved in the last 9 years of at least me being in this industry. And it's going to constantly evolve. Today it's all about thought leadership. It's not just about managing your brand in a very superficial way that makes people think that, oh, you are a very well established professional, you're present on the right platforms, you exist, right? It's all about how you built your brand, your identity, your digital footprint as a thought leader, so that people look at you to add value to their lives because they know that you bring in a very unique, a very specific expertise and perspective on the table, unlike anyone else. And the journey of getting clarity to communicating that to the world is the art of personal branding that I love to focus on from an India context, at least, because that is really missing right now.
Absolutely. And many people are confused. Let's say even in Asia, it's a different culture in Asian countries than maybe in Europe and in the US. Like, is personal branding for everyone? Because it used to be like reserved for the celebrities or for the CEOs of the companies. But now we are talking about personal branding that everyone can develop that personal brand. So how people who are thinking maybe why should I invest in my personal brand at the first point, and how will that make me better leader? So what will be your advice for the people who are confused, like why should I start to build personal branding at the first point if I'm not celebrity or I don't know CEO of the company?
True. I think that's a great question because earlier, when we've been in the pre-digital era, we've always held all these celebrities in this high regard because they would be on newspapers, magazines, and stuff like that, and that we thought that helped them building their brand. But essentially, that was just very effective PR, right? Personal branding essentially the value you bring on the table as a professional. It does not matter if you have 0 years of experience or 20 years of experience. Of course, it's going to be more challenging to do that and build the credibility when you have less experience or zero experience virtually. And that is a challenge I personally faced when I got into the industry. I decided I want to be in the industry of personal brand coaching and strategy. I did the right things. I got the right certifications. I learned the tricks of trade to position myself as a pioneer in the concept of personal brand strategy in India. But I did all of these things right out of B school. I had no experience in this, right? And I've seen the kind of stratospheric growth I could craft for myself over the last 9 years because I knew exactly what to do, how to position myself, how to network, how to add value to people, how to ensure that I'm able to build my community over a period of time and I constantly enrich them over a period of time so that they do the marketing for me. I don't have to do the sales or the marketing for myself anymore, which is what I always wanted to do, right? And if somebody like me with zero corporate experience and expertise, fresh out of B school, was able to do XYZ things in my career and life, by knowing the right tools, tactics, mindsets of building, managing, and growing your personal brand, taking absolute ownership of your career, even if you're starting from zero, like I had done at that point of time, every other person is already miles ahead. because they already have an amazing identity, reputation, work rich history, legacy to speak about, to share. So when I talk about personal branding, there are always two perspectives: the storytelling bit, tell the story of the journey that you've been through. I didn't have that when I started out, and I was still able to focus on the second aspect of it, which is story shaping. When I started building my personal brand, I focused on story shaping because I was shaping the story of a brand new industry in India. And today it's a beautiful harmony between both. I'm always focusing on storytelling, that you have to tell the story of the journey you've been through, the amazing work you've done, how you've changed and transformed people's life by your work and your value. But you're always looking at the what next, right? Because it's great to have credibility, validation, reputation, but people are always interested in looking at you and asking you that one singular question after no matter what amount of success you've had. So, what next for you? Right? That is the singular question when people ask you, no matter how gigantic an achievement you've had in your life. So it's very important to ensure that regardless of where you are in your career and life, focus on two aspects of your personal brand approach. One is storytelling, and the most important one today, if you're really focused on building your brand as a thought leader, to look at your career as a story shaping strategy. What story are you shaping for the future? What are you building new that did not exist? What are you changing that was not ideal? What are you disrupting in your own unique microwave? All these uh, crafts, all these corrections, changes, transformations, disruptions do not have to be of an Elon Musk magnitude, right? It can be micro level transformations, changes, novel introductions into the product, services in your industry that you are championing. But do something new that has not been done before. And that is what is going to help you differentiate your personal brand. It doesn't matter if you have 0 years of experience or 20 years of experience. Again, if you do this with this mindset, you'll always be miles ahead of the so called competition in your ecosystem.
I like how you position yourself and your brand as a pioneer of personal branding in India. And now even more, you are not happy just to understand for yourself how to be a thought leader and how to build your personal brand. You are helping other people to do the same. And next week is a personal branding festival, and you are
Right.
hosting the festival. It's a virtual event. So can you share a little bit more about that event, how you come up with that idea, and what is the vision of that event?
Absolutely. I think the last 9 months really taught us all one very important thing. Let's be grateful for what we have and let's really pay it forward. And after 9 years in the industry, I really wanted to pay it forward because I have learned so much from my mentors, from the people who've come before me and have set stones in the respective industries and geographies across the world. So I thought, let me do something for the entire community that has given me so much, to bring them all on one single platform, to celebrate each one of them, their contributions, their legacies, their impact that they've had on the world, on the industry, and the horizon of person branding. And by doing that, create a wealth of wisdom and knowledge for the entire world. Whoever, at whatever point of time, is looking at building their personal brand, looking at understanding the ideology of thought leadership. How do you build influence? How do you grow your personal brand as a thought leader across the world? How do you learn the arts and strategies of social media branding, of video marketing? Because today it's all about video, right? Today you and I are able to do this because technology has enabled us to really come face to face, regardless of the miles between us, and bridge the gap via video, whether it's virtual events, your video blogs, or whatever form it is. So I decided I'm going to make it a celebration, not only of this fantastic industry that we all are part of, but the value we then create and transfer to people's life. So, hence, we created this amazing 3-day virtual summit called the Person Branding Festival because it's focused on celebrating the most important brand at the epicenter of it all, your personal brand. Because no matter what we do, where we go, there is one non negotiable entity or asset that we have to nurture every single day. And it's extremely important for every single professional in today's day and age to know what really goes in the art of building your brand, unlike others in your industry, so that you stand out from all the digital noise and clutter that we find ourselves in today. You not only have clarity in your own mind what you want to do, what you want to build your brand as, but you also have clarity on how you're going to be adding value to people by building your personal brand, identity, footprint, business, careers, whatever it is, in all our cases. So, we brought 20 plus global experts on topics of personal branding, thought leadership, social media, influence, public speaking on one single platform. And all these amazing people agreed to not only come on board but generously share extraordinary knowledge, wisdom, and value with the audience. And we captured all these conversations in a one-on-one conversation like this. So I'm able to literally sometimes grill them and extract the best out of the collective over 400 years of experience that they all bring together and create an event that is really going to help every single one who attends either one or all 20 events start transcending their journeys of personal brand management, right? And
Yeah.
it's absolutely free for everyone to attend it from December 4th to 6th, the 3 days when we are globally streaming this event for every single one. There are no fees, no ticket sizes, or nothing at all for anyone to attend. Just log in, pick a session that you like, come enriched, and take forward more importantly. Whatever you learn here, I strongly encourage everyone to go back and share with their respective audiences.
Yeah, we also have some question here. Hi, Tina. I have great answer to the what's next question, but still working on credibility with my past story. So I think you made a great effort to actually connect with the influencer in the industry and find the people from all around the world. That's a kind of great evidence that your brand is already strong enough that you can invite all those people to be on your summit. And as you said, the personal branding is not about you, it's about the value you are giving to community. And if you are capable to invite the people who are also experts, that's the best way to go, because then it's not only about you, it's about sharing the value for people who are interested in the topic. So as you said, the festival will start from next Friday, and it lasts 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think some of our members already apply. I think 25 people already apply, and I'm going to share a link again. So for all of you guys who want to enjoy in a 3 days free summit about personal branding, where we touch different topics, thought leadership, social media management, and all these things, what personal branding means in this new era, please join us. It's going to be amazing 3 days. And here you have Tanvi Bhatt, so she's also a member of our community. If you have any question, please be free to reach out to her directly, or during the festival, you can ask also other experts on the topic.
Absolutely. It's going to be a very interactive 3 days with all our guests. And of course, I'm so happy to say and express my gratitude in this session to Edward for being one of our 20 global thought leaders to have graced the Person Branding Festival. So thank you so much, Edward, for being so awesome and joining us for the festival as well.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to have a pioneer of personal branding in India, such a great country, and I think in the future maybe even the #1 country globally in terms of the impact and effort to make this world better. Thank you so much for this interview, and I invite all of you guys who are watching this video on the YouTube, on Facebook group or Facebook page. I will send you the link. Enroll in a 3 days free festival about personal branding, which will start next Friday, December 4th. Thank you one more time.
Yes, thank you so much for hosting me, Edward. And I can't wait to welcome everyone from this amazing community, at least that you've nurtured so beautifully, to join us for the festival and learn from the very best in the industry, including Edward, naturally. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at the festival.
See you at the festival, absolutely.
Bye, take care.